newspaper, 20th June 2018. Today is 20th June 2018. Mehbooba calls its quits as BJP pulls the plug. Mehbooba calls it quits as BJP pulls the plug. There is a post-election coalition in Jammu and Kashmir in 2015. There is a post-election coalition in Jammu and Kashmir in 2015. What is a coalition? When two or more political parties come together to form a government is called a coalition. When two or more political parties come together to form a government is called coalition. There are two types of coalitions: pre-election coalition, post-election coalition. There are two types of coalitions: COALITION, pre-election coalition and post-election coalition. This particular coalition between BJP and People's Democratic Party (PDP) is post-election coalition. This particular coalition between BJP and PDP is post-election coalition. After elections, coalition have happened. Now BJP pulled the plug. BJP wanted to come out. BJP have come out from PDP, the coalition, and now Mehbooba Mufti, the leader of People's Democratic Party, resigned. Mehbooba Mufti, the daughter of Mufti Muhammad Syed, who died. So Mehbooba Mufti resigned. The governor N.N. Ohra, the governor of Jammu Kashmir, N.N. Ohra recommended governor's rule. The governor of Jammu Kashmir, N.N. Ohra, recommended governor's rule. Generally, in India, when Article 356 of Indian Constitution is invoked, it is called President's Rule. It is called President's Rule. You will be listening to various news. In that state, President's Rule is imposed. They wanted to impose Article 356, President's Rule, Rashtrapati Palana. They wanted to impose President's Rule, all those things. But the thing here is, in Jammu Kashmir, the first 6 months is called Governor's Rule. In Jammu Kashmir, the first 6 months of this imposition is called Governor's Rule. The word Governor's Rule is applied only to Jammu Kashmir. The term Governor's Rule is applicable only to Kashmir. First thing remember, Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. Article 370 of the Indian Constitution deals with special status to Jammu Kashmir. Remember first, Article 370. Article 370 deals with special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir has its own constitution, has its own citizenship, has its own flag, has its own constitution, has its own citizenship, has its own flag. This is Kashmir. And in that Kashmir constitution, we have this provision for Governor's Rule. For the first 6 months, Governor's Rule will be there. And Governor recommended for the Governor's Rule. Section 92 of Jammu Kashmir Constitution deals with this Governor's Rule. In their Constitution, Section 92 of Kashmir Constitution deals with Governor's Rule. You should remember this point, Governor's Rule. Okay. There are 2-3 issues. Article 370 is in the temporary provision, giving special status to Jammu Kashmir Article 370 is a temporary, transitional and special provision. Article 370 is a temporary, transitional and special provision. But now people are saying, 2 years back Jammu Kashmir High Court also told Article 370 is not temporary but permanent. Granting special category is not temporary but permanent. Now whether it is temporary or permanent is a question. Article 370, whether it is temporary or permanent is a question. Next important thing, Article 35A. Article 35A. Article 35A of the Indian Constitution is also in use. Article 35A of the Indian Constitution is also in use. Article 35A is added to the Constitution by a President's order, not by Constitution amendment. Generally, whenever you want to add any new article to the Constitution, you need Constitution amendment. But Article 35A is added by a President's order. Second thing, Article 35A deals with Jammu Kashmir, the employment in Jammu Kashmir, the residents in Jammu Kashmir, the outsiders in Kashmir. For example, we are now in Hyderabad. Can you purchase property in Bangalore? Yes. Can you purchase property in Chennai? Yes. But we cannot purchase immovable property in Kashmir. We cannot. Outsiders of Kashmir state cannot purchase immovable property there. They are not allowed to purchase. Only permanent residents can purchase property there. Only permanent residents. So this Mehbooba issue raises many questions. Article 370, Article 35A, all these articles are in use. Your duty is to read the Article 35A and 370 by tomorrow. 35A and 370. Two articles you should completely read. Next important article, Air India privatization plan schedule. Air India private, same page, first page Hindu paper. First page Hindu paper, Air India privatization plan schedule. What is this Air India privatization plan? Maharaja in all PSUs. Air India, PSU, public sector undertaking. PSU means public sector undertaking. Air India once considered as Maharaja. 56% of Indian civil aviation business belongs to Air India 15 years back. 56% of Indian civil aviation business. 56% of Indian civil aviation business belongs to this Maharaja. And for your information, in the entire world, Indian civil aviation sector is the fastest growing sector today. Last year it grew by 28%. Bharata Paura Vimana Shakha. Last year it grew by 28%. Indian civil aviation sector had the fastest growth compared to any other country. And domestic flights and domestic passengers crossed 1 crore. Last year, domestic passengers crossed 1 crore. And on the one side, passengers were increasing. On the other side, India's civil aviation sector is fastest growing sector. Then, what is the problem? Why? Air India had 50,000 crores losses. Air India have 50,000 crores around losses. On the one side, civil aviation sector is growing. On the one side, civil aviation sector is growing. On the other side, Air India had losses. What might be the reason? Reason number one. Reason number one. More cost, less productivity. More cost, less productivity. Overstaffed. Overstaffed. Staff is more. Mismanagement. Mismanagement. See, I'll take one example. When government works, it not just works for profit. It also have nation building objective. When government works, it will not just work for profit, it have nation building objective. For example, if Modi visits Israel and Modi tells that, Prime Minister Modi tells that, we are going to increase the connectivity. We are going to increase the connectivity. We are going to increase the connectivity. Then compulsorily, the Air India should start a flight between New Delhi to Tel Aviv. New Delhi to Tel Aviv. Okay, though how many travelers will go to Tel Aviv regularly? Very rare. But still they have to run the flight for loss. Whereas Indigo, SpiceJet, there is no obligation for them. But Air India, it's not just profit, it is also nation building. It's not just profit, it is also nation building. And second thing, the most important thing, in Air India, they will connect to the hinterlands of India also. Connect to the hinterlands, rural places where nobody generally go. The only flights which we have in many places to northeast is Air India flights earlier. They run for losses. And private airlines with competition drastically reduces prices based on some discounts, based on some festival seasons, all these things. Air India cannot do that. Air India cannot do that. For example, 999 rupees book now for next 3 months. If you want to travel in September, book now to Tirupati 999. That Air India cannot do. That Air India cannot do. And last but not the least, the most important point, when a VIP is traveling in Air India, when a VIP has to board the flight, like ministers and other things, and other persons, frequent flight delays. Flight will stop for a person. If a VIP is coming, they delay the flight for 40 minutes. Otherwise, Air India Ministry, Civil Aviation Ministry, controls. And finally, they will ban them. For all these reasons, Air India is now in losses. And last year, exactly 1 year back, the cabinet decided to disinvest in Air India. 76% disinvestment. The cabinet decided to disinvest in Air India. 76% disinvestment. And nobody is ready to purchase the share in Air India now. No investor is bidding for share in Air India. Nobody is ready to purchase the share in Air India. No bidder is ready to purchase from Air India. Because he has to purchase losses also around 35,000 crores. He has to pay losses also around 35,000 crores. Who will come and purchase losses? Now government is shelving the idea. Now government temporarily is closing the idea of selling the bids of Air India, selling the shares of Air India. This is the gist of the article. So you should know the background. I explained the background. Air India once considered as Maharaja. Next article, same, first page. First page. India for rules-based world order. India for rules-based world order. Ramnath Kovind, President of India, told Indian foreign policy. He explained Indian foreign policy. He told India believes in rules-based world order. What do you mean by this rules-based world order? For example, China is occupying South China Sea. Everything in the world, internationally, there should be some rule and every country should respect it. No country should have aggrandizement or political ambitions over other countries. All countries should oblige and should follow certain international norms and international rules. India's foreign policy is India respects rule-based international order, rule-based world order. No single country can dominate other countries. No single country can be hegemonistic. No single country can dominate other countries. No single country can be hegemonistic. What we need is rule-based world order. What we need is rule-based world order. And he spoke at Hellenic Foundation in Greece. Ramnath Kovind gave a speech in Greece in Hellenic Foundation for European Foreign Policy in Athens. So, these are the important current affairs in the first page. Coming to editorial page today. Shall I start? Coming to editorial page. Talaq in Jammu and Kashmir. Talaq. Talaq means diverse. Talaq means diverse. This talaq is not related to wife and husband. It is related to BJP and PDP. This talaq is not related to wife and husband. It is related to BJP and PDP. PDP. People's Democratic Party of Mehbooba Mufti. BJP and PDP. Coming to the scenario, as I told you, post-election coalitions are the marriages of convenience. Post-election coalitions are the marriages of convenience. They marry not out of love, but out of convenience and power. When they feel that detachment is far more beneficial than attachment, immediately they will divorce. Okay? If they feel that detachment is beneficial, then they will divorce each other. The same thing happened between BJP and PDP. BJP and PDP. This is. Next article, India's pivot to Eurasia. India's pivot to Eurasia. PIVOT. Pivot to Eurasia. This is a very beautiful article written by P.S. Raghavan. P.S. Raghavan was a diplomat, former diplomat. P.S. Raghavan is a former diplomat. Now we will discuss this article. Kindly listen. Last week, many international events happened, like G7 summit, North Korea and Trump dialogue. Next is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO summit. G7, North Korea and Trump, SCO, all these things happened last week. And the other gave introduction to SCO, saying that SCO started with Shanghai 5. Now there are 8 countries. Earlier there were only 5 countries. SCO started as Shanghai 5. China, Russia, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. China, Russia, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. Later on, Uzbekistan joined. First 5 countries, later on Uzbekistan joined. And last year, India and Pakistan joined. And this is the first official full-level summit India attended after becoming a member of SCO. This is the first official full summit India attended after becoming a member in SCO for geography, economics and geopolitics. Geography, economics and geopolitics. SCO is important for India. Geography means the countries in the SCO are very nearer to India. China, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyzstan. They are all very nearer to India. And Eurasia, India needs good ties. Iran and Afghanistan are also trying to enter into SCO. In future, Iran and Afghanistan, now they started trying to enter into SCO. Iran and Afghanistan. And now, SCO can be better useful for India to develop proper ties economically, security-wise, geopolitically with all these countries. Even with Pakistan, India can have a better interaction if both work together in SCO. Even with Pakistan, India can have a better interaction if both work together in SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Here, in SCO, we have a mechanism called RATS. This will be a quiz question. Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure. RATS. Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure. So this is very important. RATS will help India also. For brief perspective, you have to remember RATS. Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure. And also, increasing China's dominance in SCO can be contained. In SCO, China is dominating. India, Pakistan and Russia can now have a better deal in SCO. We can control China's domination in SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is the article. India's pivot to Eurasia. Means India's better connection to Eurasia. Remember, next, the last to know. Next heading, the last to know. LAST, last to know. KNOW. The last to know. Listen. Yesterday we have read about Chanda Kochar and the issue related to ICICA. Chanda Kochar and the issue related to ICICA. The author speaks saying that the ICICI, board of ICICI Bank, is playing a very meek role in this. Was very silent in this. 2012, ICICI gave loan to Videocon. Till 2016, no complaint. 2016, one whistleblower wrote a letter. 2018 February, CBI took a call. And board is very silent about Chanda Kochar. Now, they are telling that she is on leave. So this is called the last to know. After everything went on, the last to know. Whether they know that or they remain silent, nobody knows. And next important article is the imperative to offer refuse. The imperative to offer refuse. REFUGE. The imperative to offer refuse. 3 years back, there was a big crisis in the world called refugee crisis. Refugees from North Africa, Middle East started going to Europe. the European refugee crisis. They started crossing Mediterranean Sea and other seas. Illegally they started entering into European countries. And when this is happening, there was a pathetic photo in a newspaper which got circulated where a 3-year-old boy named Aylan Kurdi, you can see his photo, even today I remember that photo. Father is taking all his family crossing seas from Syria, and something accident happened in the boat. The small boy wearing red t-shirt and shoes to his legs, very beautiful boy, died in the water. Well, with this photo, I have read a tagline. Nobody leaves their house. Nobody readily leaves their house unless the home becomes a mouth of a shark. Nobody readily leaves their house unless their house becomes mouth of a shark. No father will make his son to sit on a boat in the water unless he feels that water is safer than the land. No father will make his small son to sit on a boat in the mid-ocean unless he feels that water is safer than his house. And refugees are not the people who wanted to plunder the riches of the other country. They go to the other country with a ray of hope to see tomorrow. They go to the other country with a ray of hope to see tomorrow, to see the sunlight. Immigrants are different from refugees. Immigrants are different from refugees. Immigrants go in such a job by choice. Refugees go by force. Refugees in Telugu are called Saranadulu. India is a home for refugees. India gave lot many cases asylum. Around 2 lakh refugees even today stay in India. Official. It's an official figure. 2 lakh refugees. Tibetan refugees, Sri Lankan refugees, Chakma refugees from Bangladesh. Many refugees, they are very common in India. And India country will not grow. Employment will not be generated. Long-term investments will not be made. Infrastructure will not be developed. The NPA problem will retard the country's progress. The NPA problem will retard the country's progress. Okay, it will retard the country's progress. So first we have to clean up this NPS. Next is disinvestment. There is no wrong in disinvesting, but disinvestment should not be at throwaway prices. Everything should be sold strategically. This term is called strategic disinvestment. Properly disinvestments will be made. And India will be growing and India's exports will be growing and India will have a competitive advantage over others. India is working on this on many grounds. This is the gist of the interview. And here he has used a word called twin balance sheet syndrome. Take the last page of newspaper today. Rare spider found again after 150 years. When such news comes, you should note it down. UPSC's most favorite area is this type of questions. Rare spider found again after 150 years. Chrysilla volupes was spotted at Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary in Western Ghats region. Wayanad, where is it located? Kerala. Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. Chrysilla volupes, a rare spider, Chrysilla volupes. Chrysilla volupes, a rare spider, was found in Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. And next, One more article. Oldest Sumatran orangutan dead at 62. Orangutan. Orangutans, monkeys, varieties. Primates. Apes. Okay. Sumatran orangutan. Oldest Sumatran orangutan dead at 62. The world's oldest Sumatran orangutan, which had 11 children and 54 descendants spread across the globe. Family has died at 62. Has died at 62. And star mark term this in this paper today, helicopter parenting. Helicopter parenting. Helicopter parenting means completely controlling all decisions of children, making their lives complete under the surveillance that will affect the children's decision making, emotions and life decision making capabilities. Helicopter parenting.